Lizzie, and today we'll be talking about 6 tips to flavor your rum. Number 1 is do not use powder. So I've used powder in the past, specifically lychee powder. It's delicious. I put it in my jar once it was done fermenting, and you could see the powdery particles on top, and it was just not pleasant. It didn't blend in the alcohol. So that's not something I would recommend. And towards the end, when I left it in the fridge, it still tasted good. However, it's not something that's visually pleasing. The second tip for flavoring is to use extracts. So this is what I use, and if I had to compare it with the first option of using powder extracts, you need less extracts and it blends in with the alcohol. So I put 2 tablespoons of vanilla, coconut, it could be maple, caramel extract, whatever you find from the grocery store, and it blends in well with your alcohol. The third tip in flavoring your alcohol is the sugar that you use. So if you use honey or if you use sugar, it might have a different tone to your alcohol. There is something called sugared honey. Personally, I haven't used it. I've stuck with either white, yellow, or brown sugar. And I'm curious to know, what do you use? So drop a comment below and let me know, what type of sugar do you use for your wash? The fourth tip about flavoring is that if you're looking to sell your alcohol, you might need a liquor license for this. But you have these extracts with the TTB logo on it, and this stands for Tax Trade Bureau. By having this logo, the government gives you an okay that you can legally use this flavoring once you sell your product. If you're looking to distribute within the US, it's the TTB. If you'd like to distribute your product within Canada, we have the FDA or FDR. So FDA stands for Food and Drug Act, and the FDR is Food and Drug Regulations. There are different regulations depending if your alcohol is distilled versus non-distilled. So if it's distilled, it's part of the standardized alcoholic beverages. And if your alcohol is non-distilled, it'll be part of the regulations for the flavored purified alcohol. This gave me an idea. By knowing this means that there's a way to purify your alcohol without distilling. And I know that some people do it even if it's illegal. Yes, you. However, if you're a law-abiding citizen and you choose not to distill your alcohol, there are other ways to purify your liquid. And this includes reverse osmosis, carbon filtration, ultrafiltration, centrifugation, crystallization, and ion exchange, amongst other methods. Leave me a comment below if you'd like to know more about these purifying methods. I can make a separate video on each of them and what it entails. And I'd also like to specify that although there are federal legislations, each province in Canada has its own specific laws on alcohol. It has a liquor board or commission that lays down the law. I'm pretty sure it's the same in the United States in regards to the different states. So every state must have different legislations, and always consult with your local or provincial legislation. The fifth tip for flavoring your rum is using oak chips. So oak chips will help you accelerate the process if you don't want to put it in a barrel for years. You could put different oak chips. It varies. There are different types of oak chips. Depending on your preference, you can leave it from 1 to 3 weeks or even a month to flavor your rum, and it'll give it sort of vanilla or caramelized tones, and it adds color to your alcohol. Oak chips are usually added to your rum after fermentation is complete. However, some have added it during the fermentation process. So let me know below if you add oak chips, and if so, do you add it before fermentation is done or after the process has finished? And the sixth tip to flavor your rum is chopping fruits. So I just wanted to let you know that if you chop a bunch of fruits and put it in the jar of your rum, it will not give it a fruity flavor. It's going to give it a fruit character. This means that if you put grapefruit or strawberries, you won't have strawberry jam. It's going to have an aftertaste of that fruit. However, you might have to add more flavoring in order to have that stronger taste. So those are the 6 tips for flavoring your rum. If you found this video valuable, like and subscribe, and see you at the next video.